This is BS with Joe. News, culture, and crazy. One blunt conversation at a time. Last time we talked about the lead up, the warnings ignored, the decisions delayed, and how the biggest investigation in U.S. history spun up in 48 hours. Now we're going to step inside that investigation.
We're talking about what happens when Justice Department turns chaos into case files and what that means for everyone caught in the net.
Right. So the DOJ calls it the most complex case they've ever handled, with more than 1,000 prosecutions.
And that's the thing. Once the scales hit, it stops being a case-by-case justice. It becomes a workflow, assembly line for accountability.
Exactly. You've got algorithms sorting footage, AI scanning social posts, field offices feeding data into Washington.
Geofence warrants, location data, dragnets.
Right. They basically said anybody within that geofence is getting indicted for
anyone
something,
inside the Capitol.
unless they worked for the government.
Right. There was a suspected 274 or 275 FBI plainclothes agents on the ground.
That's just the FBI agents. Wasn't there also CIA and ATF? And
well, CIA can't operate on U.S. soil.
But they do.
You're right, they do. And that's the thing. Where did you see them and any of the stopping any of these individuals, making arrests?
No, they weren't there for that.
Nope. So here's the thing. The conspiracy theorists believe that they were inciting the violence.
Right.
There's no proof that they were or they were not. But
True.
the fact that
some of the people that were indicted claim that they were being incited to do things. There was one guy that said he had no intention of going inside the Capitol building, and some dude was like, "Come on, man!"
Right,
and that guy was an agent.
Right, and we never saw any arrest on anybody breaking windows or doing any of this stuff.
What was that pipe bomb?
That was actually somebody supposedly from the Capitol Police that the FBI just released information on that they've had and they've sat on.
So he's a member of the Capitol Police and he was caught with a pipe bomb.
Supposedly.
That sounds like a plant to me.
Right. And here's the thing. Don Bongino and Kash Patel, they haven't really released any of this information.
It's an ongoing investigation.
But are we going to see any arrests on this? We don't know. And
this is all we've seen thousands of people go to jail over it.
We never saw anybody go to jail for anyone breaking windows, glass doors, or entering in through different buildings or different areas. And most of the individuals were actually trying to stop them from doing this.
Right. But then you've got all these field offices that are basically getting pressure and quotas and the politics. Whistleblowers said some field offices were told to find more extremism cases.
Yeah, a national analysis questioning data sharing ethics.
Right. The morale hits from nonstop high-profile cases.
The DOJ feeds into the press, and the press amplifies it. And then suddenly, guilt is the headline.
Trial by Chiron. But it cuts both ways. Leaks also tip the defense about sloppy warrants.
Yeah, and the prosecution drives policy. The line between justice and policy blurs.
Right. So remember that list from episode 1, the one tracking everybody tied to the cases?
Intentional oversight turned into intentional surveillance.
Internal surveillance, right?
Internal surveillance, yeah.
5,000 plus names.
Officially, it was integrity assurance. Unofficially, it scared the hell out of people. Yeah.
When your own agency starts watching you, you just stop asking the hard questions.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Congress launches hearings, committees demand oversight.
And the DOJ answered with PowerPoints, not transparency.
Yeah. The big question, did they fix the system or fortify it?
Right, because a machine that learns from chaos only gets better at running itself.
So what do we take from all of this? What's the bureaucracy moves faster than truth?
Yeah, pretty much. And that trust, once automated, It's almost impossible to rebuild it.
Yeah. Next time, we're going deeper. Operation Filtered Room and how digital policing turned.
The machine is still running. We just learned how to hear it.
Yeah.